All right.
Awesome.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. It's your friends, Coach Mwale.
And Chantel,
And we're so excited that you are joining us just for this short moment.
I'm going to
For many
share.
of you, you have been a part of not just the Powerhouse experience, but you've been a part of um, Icon 2020, and you would have received our free gift, which is called
The Forward Framework, how to move from blank page to published book. We gave you a workbook, and we also, to some of you, gave you a manual. This is the system that you need to get it done. What's that it? It's your book, turning your story into a best-selling book. With the Forward Framework, we're going to show you exactly how to do just that.
So you would have had that printed outline for the 8 strategies that will help you to move from blank page to published book. And now you are a part of just what we call our accountability, because the great antidote to despair is radical action. So we want to turn you and move you into action. Don't get caught up with the Thanksgiving holidays and then the Christmas holidays and then the New Year's euphoria. And then you look back 60 days, 90 days, and nothing is done. So we want to keep you in motion. And you know what we want to keep you accountable to as coaches, as publishers, we are taking action as well. So that's why we're on this call with you a couple of days before Thanksgiving.
Couple days. Thanksgiving Day is tomorrow.
Tomorrow. So
all he knows is that he's going to eat.
All right. So the first thing we want to just walk you through, I want to invite you to share this live stream as we go through this process. Encourage others to be a part of the training, and more importantly, ensure that that you are just moving in this process of accountability, that you're taking radical action, that you are moving from that place of confusion. Our call is to help persons like you, coaches, speakers, geniuses, rescue geniuses from the confusion in their heads to a place of clarity and an abundant legacy. So we want to help you just move you through that process so that you can truly have the type of clarity that you need. So let's go.
Let's go. So on this particular conversation, this is our session number 1, and we're going to be sharing with you exactly all that you need to tackle that first big barrier that many authors are faced with.
Soon
that is, how do I write my very, very, very first story down in my book? But before you write anything, the first thing that you need to do is to analyze what you already have. What is it that you already have? That way, you're able to maximize existing content in order for you to build on your future content. So that's what we're going to focus on in this session. We're going to focus on repurposing your content. So those of you who have the workbook, definitely open it up right now so that you can use this as not just a workshop, but as a working shop where we will actually help you to check off some of those items on your to-do list, and we'll do it together. That's the best part about these live sessions. So Mwale, tell us why it's important to look at what you have already.
Okay, so in the process of getting your book done, sometimes in our minds we're like, okay, it's this Herculean task, this great noble feat, but it seems humongous. So the greatest way of, this old African proverb, the best way to eat an elephant is bite
at a time.
Bite. So we are creating milestones for you that can be all connected towards a greater victory.
Yes.
So the first thing in your forward framework you would see in your outline here is how do you begin the process of repurposing existing content. So we want to talk to persons who are already have content.
So what type of content are we talking about? All of those Facebook Live videos that you did during a 30-day challenge, that's content. Your previous YouTube videos, that's content. Even your essays from college, that's content. And some of you are like our friend Tiffany, who came to us with over 25 years this tall worth of journals that she had hid underneath her bed, and it had been collecting dust for all those many decades. And she used that as the starting point to craft her story.
So I want to encourage you right now, your call to action is to write down what are the 3 existing content you have right now. Now, I know when Chantal mentioned college essays, someone just heard me like, oh, I'm just so glad that I got over college. I don't want to look at that thesis again. Okay, fine. Let's think of what have you written before? What there
blogs?
Diary?
Yes.
Are there blogs? Are there voice notes in your phone that you've been speaking, collecting your ideas? So your call to action is to write down those 3 existing content that you have. Write it down right now.
So where is it coming from? Where are those places that you have content? Is it on Facebook? Is it on YouTube? Because this is going to allow you to, once you begin to actually craft your story, you'll know exactly where to pull it from. Okay. Mm-hmm. The second step, after you've written down where the source of your existing content comes from, now we're going to talk about repurposing it or using that content. So your first step is to write down 5 titles. 5 titles from your existing content. These will become the chapters of your book. So many of you are struggling right now because you're just like, I know I need a book outline, but I have so many stories and so many ideas. I don't know where to start. Well, this is where you start. By using step 1, those sources of content, moving into step 2, using those sources to identify 5 titles. So let's say that one of your sources is YouTube and you're a motivational speaker. So one of the videos that you created was...
Or series that you did.
Was how to stand tall in your own power. Well, that can be a chapter of your book.
So think about the series that you've done. And we want you to think a little high level of how do you craft that? Because we live in the do it yourself age, right? Mm-hmm. Everything that people are looking for, they're going online to search. So remember, your title speaks to a problem that you solve, a desire you create, or a solution you provide, all right? So when you think of those solutions or you think of the title, think of it in a question form at first. So now we're going to develop what that title is. And I would like you to go over to Google and then search that problem that you solve, the desire you create, or the solution you provide in a question form. So like, for instance,
I like that.
My wife, she was talking about...
motivational speaking.
Right.
And so if that is a topic that you want your book to be about, well, guess what? You can reduce that subject matter by going based off of the series that you would have put on Facebook, you would have put on YouTube, and then using a Mwale strategy, going to Google to find out what people are saying or desiring to know about that topic. So, for example, one of the key elements of your motivational talk, for example, can be about mindset. If you go to Google and type in mindset, information about a positive mindset, you'll get over 1 million searches. And one of the sites that may pop up for you is called Quora. And Quora is a place where people have asked questions on this very same topic, mm-hmm. and you can use this particular forum for you to identify what problems people have in relation to that topic, mindset. So you'll see all types of things such as, oh, how do I, get over a breakup? My mind seems to be racing and I have no idea how to get back to my normal self because this person just broke my heart. You'll get questions from this particular website that says questions like, how do I overcome grief from dealing with a loss of a parent? So as you begin to mine this type of data, because you've searched your topic, then that will generate ideas that you can then use as chapters or subchapters to add breadth and depth to your writing.
Remember, you are not just writing a book, but you are providing a solution to the marketplace. So you are now bringing yourself into new real estate, And in that real estate, there are existing thought leaders, people who have contributed to that space. And in that marketplace, there are people who are shopping for solutions. So you don't want to be ahead of the curve, neither do you want to be behind the curve. So yes, you may be really excited that this topic that you came up with sounds shiny, it sounds great, but no one is looking for it. And then you want to ask yourself, okay, why am I not positioned as a bestseller? Why are my sales so low? So, especially more so in this time, Chantal, people are using the virtual space to find solutions. People aren't shopping as much as before in person or going to bookstores or providing solutions or accessing solutions person to person. Everything is done online.
That's right.
So the purpose you are looking online and finding the discussion pattern is for you to see what is for you to get a glimpse into the psychographic of your audience. Now, we talk about this in our mastermind, whereby you don't just want to write a book, but you want to position your solution to people who are looking for what you provide already.
Yes.
All right. So this is just the beginning process. So go there and start that process. What is the discussion happening in the marketplace? How can I shape the my book title around a specific market that people are already having a conversation about?
Yes.
So that's going to be your homework today, to do that search and break down possible title subject lines for your book title. All right?
Excellent. So I am happy that you have not only the forward framework to move from blank page to published book,
That's right.
but now you've accomplished step one, which is to identify where you already have content. And then step two, repurposing that content and creating the titles, the chapters of your book, the names of the titles, chapters of your book, which will allow you to have a clear vision of your book outline. If you don't know where you're going, then guaranteed you will not get there.
All right. So step three, select one chapter from your previous exercise. So now that you've identified what those steps are, we want to end with you now exploring what are the sub chapters for each chapter. I want you to join us on our next training session where we're just going to deep dive in how do you now not just identify the real estate that you're about to occupy and where you're going to position your mission and your business in the marketplace, but now let's identify how you can take people through an experience in each chapter.
Ooh, that's exciting.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Amwali.
And I'm Chantal.
And we are so glad that you have been a part of the Bestsellers Academy training guide, where we're just dropping you some great nuggets to be a part of the process of really crafting your message into that place of mastery. If you have been around our community, you will know we have a great event that's coming up.
Yes, Girl Share Your Story, where we are going to have a message mastery experience with award-winning coaches, Imwale, Chantal, and we're also joined by the one and only Doreen Rainey, who is the founder of Radical Success Academy, and yours truly, Lisa Nichols.
That's right.
Wow, this is going to be incredible.
Yes, and it's a free event, so it's just going to be a lot of content and value we're going to pour into you. If just in a couple of minutes you've just gotten a great secret nugget of how do you begin to craft a book title. Because it sounds good to you, mean it's good for the marketplace, right?
That's right.
And now we want to invite you to that broader, that deeper conversation where we're going to have mastery experts to join with you to support you. So
that's right.
So happening.
It's on December the 8th.
Yes.
And you can find out all the information by going to girlshareyourstory.com, girlshareyourstory.com, and you are going to be blown away by the amount of value that you get by simply showing up. So whether you want to be a speaker, you want to be an author, or you just want to feel better about the things that you have gone through, and you want to use that as a purpose, as a platform to go into the next best version of your life, you want to be there. On December the 8th, Girl, Share Your Story.
the description, there will be a link for you just to check it out, and let's continue the conversation. Take
tomorrow.
Care, guys.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll actually be live with some more training. I know it's Thanksgiving, but push the turkey aside and come on, hop on so you can know more about how to move from blank page to published book.
Take care, guys. Goodbye.